right, we're coming to you live from the CEI Wild West 100 in Columbus, Montana. It's time for the big boys. We got the pros out there, the pros unlimited. So these will be 48, 44, and trophy trucks all running together here. It's gonna be loud for a few minutes on the starting. Whenever you're ready. Okay, right out of the gate, we got Brady Wilson out of Billings, Montana, running in the 357 car. It's a 4800 car, so this will be his first time actually racing it. Other stuff came up, so that's sponsored by Askin Construction and SC Racing. Yep.
I'm ready whenever you guys are ready, Cody. Thank you.
Cody.
Copy.
All right, we got 1 minute and then we're off to start. They're dropping 1 minute apart. This whole race is on the corrected time. So it's all an adjusted time. So you might see somebody cross. That does not mean they're first. If they've caught them, say they're 40 seconds behind the car in front of them and they started a minute behind them, they're winning. So it's a little different to time, hard to keep up. That's why we got the timing system. So we've been using our timing system, but as a view so everybody can see. We've also been running live time. Got Brady Wilson is off the line. The track is live. I repeat, the track is live. Everybody was saying, I was talking to some of the other racers from the last race, the side-by-side race, and they said that the water crossings have gotten worse and it's getting rutted out there. So next up is Rowdy Smith out of Moore, Montana. It's a race car. Go Vroom is what he has as a vehicle type. It's custom built, throttle down customs car. One of his sponsors is, of course, Throttle Down Customs. 3 Dog Custom Team came on sports. Switchback Designs, Baja Designs, Potter Auto Body, ITP, AFW Motorsports, and Dirtbag Media. So he's one of 2 cars that are 2-wheel drive out here. Everybody else is 4-wheel drive. So it'll be interesting. Next up is Andy Blazer with Jim Gray Vehicles and Ultra 4. Whitefish, Montana. Raceline Wheels, King Shocks, Northwest Parts and Rigging, Dakota Supply Group, and LBR Plumbing. Andy Blazer's been racing with us for several years now. One of the, if you want to say it, OGs from back in the day with us.
I'm the OG.
So
Safety.
the only other OG we have that might be older is Kara.
Dirt might have me.
Next up Next up is
I'm pretty sure it's Matt. Y.O.R.R is? It's Matt.
Matthew Corney.
Is he not on the list?
Yep, no, he is.
Oh, okay.
Torney Racing Concept 4800. This is a Tribe 16 chassis, a stroked LS3, Hughes Racing TH400, Hero Transfer Case, Spider Track axles, PRP seats, worn winch, rugged radios. They're out of Elizabeth, Colorado. Torney Racing Concept, worn winch, PRP, rugged radios, and Optimum battery are some of their sponsors. Next up, you're going to get Greg Torney, the dad, out of Prescott, Colorado. Sponsors are Torney Racing Concept, worn winch, PRP, rugged radios, and Optimum battery. So you know, I had those both backwards. So I had Greg took off first, Matthew second there, so I had them backwards. Sorry about that. I did. And he blew the corner there. So next up we got Clint Peterson. It's a Trim Fab 4400 car out of Gillette. Dakota Alignment and Repair, F16 Service, West Construction, Fester's Performance, sorry. This is Clint Peterson up now. They are blowing that corner. So next up, you're going to have Annalise Zindler. Sponsors are Grandpa, Jim and Tracy's Alignment, Dirty Diesel, Gary Roth, Matco Tools, Inland Truck Parts, DRW Performance, SCS Wraps, Napa, Hell Roaring Excavating, Midland West Manufacturing, and Cross Petroleum. See how she does. Well, she went ahead and got her wet. There's something. That corner must be just slick enough that everybody's blowing it. Next up is going to be Levi Rhodes.
She a little wide? Yeah, just a little bit. Gotta get the bugs out.
Levi Rhodes. It's a Mortal Customs car. At Billings, Montana, it's Jim and Tracy's Alignment, J&M Tire, Napa, George and Jane Muskie, Hell Roaring Excavating, Midland West Manufacturing, Midnight Welding, Axle Suspension, Cross Petroleum, Matco, Montana, Billings Battery and Cable. Let's see how he does on this first corner. Next up is 54 car, the 54 car of Chris Lever. He's in a buggy, Columbia Falls, Montana, custom built. King Shocks is his sponsor and commercial machine service. I've rode in this car, qualifying at Hammers. It's got portals on it. It does a great job. David Warner is up next in the 4410 car, Ultra 4 buggy, at Dulville, Washington. Toyo tires, EMF road, rod ends, King Shocks, hard bodies from Aquala and Dynamax. Next up, we got the 1470 car of Mike Ablott. He's a 77 Chevy C10 at Pierce, South Dakota. Pierce Sports Center and Black Hawk Marine are his sponsors. This is an I-beam truck. So two-wheel drive I-beam truck. Pro truck. Right, that's the last racer, so they are all on the track at this point.
Everywhere else trying to stab them.
They're all across the road, so now we'll have to get up and see where they are in the back. See how muddy it's getting out there. So we chase Mike through here. And a huge thanks to Mike. He is one of our main sponsors. He sponsors the Sturgis race and etc. and throws money in for the payouts and stuff. So he's what keeps this stuff going. These are the guys you got to support. And he owns Pierce Sports Center. Coming by already, heading up the hill is trying to get a look to see who that is. Looks like Clint Peterson. That's Clint Peterson. So most of them made him by there already, but Clint's going by right now.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Hey, Dave, come here.
But
Come on up in here. So tomorrow after this race, we're going to be running a 406XC dirt bike race. Dave's the one that designed the track.
are we on the TV?
No, you're not on the TV. All you're watching is the race up here.
Oh, cool. That's
We're
pretty
seeing
neat.
them.
Oh, this is from a drone. Well, that's pretty sweet.
So Dave set up the dirt bike course. He set it up 3 years ago now have we been doing this?
I think that's when Cousin and I first did it 3 years ago.
So,
Sweet glasses too, by the way.
yeah.
You taped them? Did you need some duct tape? I got some duct
With
tape.
duct tape would work better than the
It
tape I
would.
got on them, right? They broke. And the lens
There's
keeps
the
falling.
down line. They can see the down line right there on that.
Yeah, there on the right is the big down line for the dirt bikes, but this dirt bike track is pretty tough, isn't it?
It's tough topography out here. Yeah. It's a good hard enduro area if we ever get a hard enduro going on out here. But right now it's 406 series.
So it's tough though. There's some drop offs. I'm not a dirt bike guy, so for me, I think it's tough. But
There's a reason why a lot of these trucks don't finish. It's some tough topography here.
Oh, it is bad.
It's a tough race. You gotta have some.
You got to have stamina for one because you're running 8 laps.
Yeah,
so
and
you're.
on a 450 preferably. Because cool guys ride 450s.
I thought they rode 300s, is what I was told.
No, that's
That's
silly.
not how
That's
that goes?
Silly.
Oh.
Yeah.
So 300's where it's at.
No, 450s. So you can, because you can get chicks with 450s.
You can do 450
Yeah,
stuff.
you can do 450 stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So yep, they're running tomorrow, all day from 50s, all the way through to A to
open A class.
open A class. So
Yeah. I don't know. Are we Snapchatting?
tell Dallas I need him.
Huh?
Tell Dallas I need him. Right, I had a technical difficulty there, so Montana Drone guys got it all fixed. So you can see there's tracks all over, so they built a heck of a dirt bike track through here. Just a good glimpse of the terrain and that we have to deal with out here. Just top the hill climb hill. That's Lever on the screen right now. Chris Lever coming up to the hill climb hill. The back half, nobody's coming through here yet. It'll be interesting to see if Brady held the leader spot or if we got a leader change here. Show you the pits, they're starting to fill up big time. Got kind of a still shot there till we get the drone back in the air. All right, we got it back up.
We can't do it because Rowdy's in that same class. You know, it's not fair.
So we got some dust coming, so it's going to be interesting to see who's coming now. They are moving. They just came down what Aaron calls Don's Hill. So they're coming down Don's Hill right now. There's 2 cars. Be interesting to see who's where. Looks like Rowdy. To me, it looks like Rowdy, but we'll see here in a minute. That single headlight gives it, those Baja design single headlight in the front gives it a distinct look with that front end. Brady started before.
Oh, yeah.
Brady started. He's coming down the backside now. So he should be popping over to the start finish in just a second. And let Dallas chase him.
That's definitely Rowdy coming. I can hear
Just ran a 2010 lap, so not quite as fast as the UTVs, but not a shabby time. And now that he's out in the open, and he's got clean air, we might see a faster lap out of him. We got Brady Wilson in the 357 car coming through now. Just came by the start finish. And not as shabby, he ran a 21:49. So, to his 2010, so. Off pace a little bit, but this is Brady's first race in this car. He is not slowing down for any of those crossings. And they got a, looks like at least a fairly decent gap on the next set of guys, so. Looks like we got Andy Blazer coming through now. And right on his tail is that is Matt Torney right on his tail. Greg Torney was right behind him. So we got Andrew Blazer, Matt Torney, and I think Greg's right behind him. And Clint Peterson just came in hot. Hot? And Matt Peterson has the fastest lap at 19:54. Clint Peterson, sorry. 19:54 fastest lap. The side-by-side's fastest lap was 18:20, so it is not too shabby of a time on this tight of a course. This one's now. That one's delayed because of the feed.
Okay.
So that's Clint there. So this is going to get interesting. One, we'll see if Greg passes Matt, and we'll go from there. And I believe Greg's is the mid-engine car on that, so they look alike, but one's a mid-engine car. So how was the track out there?
It was brutal. The rocks
Brooks?
are insane out there today.
Getting rutted out?
Yeah. Back on the northeast corner, northwest corner, that 90 degree before you climb the big hill.
Yeah.
It was getting almost to the point like you'd make that turn and come to a dead stop almost and be like, I don't know if damn thing's gonna climb up that. I don't think we're gonna make it to the top. And they always did, but it was getting unbelievable out there. So it was great.
You ran a really good race until you broke there towards the end. Would you break?
So we came into the pits. We had a trailing arm that looks like the weld pulled away from it. Made the decision to go back out. We had 3 laps to go. We completed 5. On our 5th lap, we came in, and trailing arm was bent, pulled some welds apart, and went out, made another half lap, and ended up breaking a ZRP knuckle, and the trailing arm tore the whole end of it off. So we were out there stuck with a wheel dragging behind us.
Oh, that sucks.
Had to come rescue us. But it was a good day, though. I think we should have been. I think we're top 10 for sure. So we were chasing points, trying to get top 5. It's been the goal all year is to finish top 5. I think we might be pretty close. So
Yeah. It'll be interesting, and yeah, everybody has said it started getting beat and rutted really bad out there.
it was. Everybody talks about how rough Powell can be, and even compared to last year, running this track backwards compared to last year is a whole different animal to me.
Totally different
Totally
track.
different, and 10 times harder. I think.
You think it's harder this way?
Way harder this way.
You got that one uphill. That one uphill with the either or in it. That's a tough uphill.
Yeah. But it's worth it. It's the time you saved in that corner was it's pretty significant.
Oh, yeah.
You barrel up it. Yeah.
If you can make that straightaway, you're good.
Yeah.
This here is like, I think I would take that line right there because you don't have to back off.
Yeah.
If you go up the straight line, it
Back
is
off,
rough.
right in the middle there. Yeah.
And you have to back off. You don't have to back off on this outside. And the way that line swoops right into the corner, it's
that
way
whole
better.
section through there, you're on it all the way to here.
Yeah, all the way up to that top.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure this is Rowdy Smith on screen right now in that TDK car, which is throttle down custom. So, and that kid's a good driver. He's just had bad luck all year. So,
What's he driving? What is it? What's he driving?
a TDK custom
is it-
car, trophy truck more or less. LS engine is set in there backwards with the V drive, set mid-engine car. Huge suspension, so it's a fast car. They've just had bad luck.
Getting bit.
Little things every time. So can't tell, but I would say that looks like Annalise Zindler on the screen right there. Let's see. Here, this might be the test. Which one's the quicker line? Remember, this is a 4-wheel drive truck. The other one's 2-wheel drive.
Yeah. Yeah, she made pretty quick work of that,
And I was wrong. That is not Annalise Zindler, because Annalise Zindler is crossing the start-finish right now.
That's not bad.
So that was Aaron's daughter. That's Annalise. And she ran at 23:18, so that's not a bad lap time for a 18-year-old girl.
Killing it out there, only 5 minutes behind a pro guy. That's not too bad at all.
So
Nothing to do with it.
has nothing to do with the girl. It's the 18-year-old against a pro driver out there.
I know. And Pat's riding with her, I guess.
Oh, is he?
And the water makes it fun too.
How was the water crossing?
Oh, it was great. Because you're, especially like on lap 2, you're really good and hot. And I went there and splashed just to cool off a couple times. It was great.
Well, it makes it nice. Oh, you're all wet. Your water suit's wet.
Yeah.
You can just go to the bathroom at that point.
at that
Nobody
point.
knows.
Yeah.
It's warm. I've seen the movie Dumb and Dumber. Just go, man.
Just
It's
go,
warm.
Man. Just go. Feels so
Just
good.
go. It's warm.
My co-driver threw up today in his helmet twice, so that was fun. He's yelling at me to pull over, and we ain't stopping. I didn't know what he wanted, but I wasn't stopping. So he
Threw up twice.
Threw up twice in his helmet. Yeah, said he managed to swallow it down once. The second time he couldn't. He just let it go. So he got sick and you get vertigo in the dust, right?
Yeah.
And I turned when he wasn't ready to turn because that was all it took. He goes, I couldn't tell if we were upside down or not. And I made it a hard turn to get around with one of the rocks up there, and that was it. It just started heaving. So kind of fun.
Did he finish the race with you then?
Yeah. I was. I know, and it wasn't until we got done. I didn't know he had thrown up until we finished. Until we got out of the car when we broke. He's like, didn't you see me? I thought you were telling me to go faster because he kept going like this, like he wanted me to pull over, and I thought he was telling me to hammer down, and no, he wanted me to pull over so he could throw up, and I wouldn't have pulled over anyway. So
No, that's his problem at that point.
that is you shouldn't have gotten in his car.
Is that the first time he's rode with you?
No, God, no. This is his 4th race, I think, sitting next to me. So.
First time he's gotten sick?
First time he's gotten sick, yeah.
Well, that dust was bad. I mean, it wouldn't come out of the... When we were flying the drone on the last race, it was just sitting in those draws.
Yeah.
There's just no breeze, which is unlike us here.
You'd come out, you'd come into, there'd be no one around you, and the dust still sitting, like, where the hell is that coming from? It's just been sitting there for 10 minutes, not even settled yet.
Got this all day today, and then tomorrow we will have the dirt bikes. Clint's still fastest lap. We'll have to see what happens when everybody comes by us the second time. But Clint with that 1954, and the fastest side-by-side was Corbin.
Oh, was he?
On his last lap.
After he broke?
After he broke and he came back, he finished all his laps in time, but on his last lap, he went out and he just...
That car is amazing.
That car is amazing, and then he's a heck of a driver. And then on top of it, when he went out there for his last lap, there was nobody else out there. So he had clean air, clean track.
So he goes out there and sets a pace. What broke?
I do not know yet. I haven't seen him to ask. So it broke early. It broke like one or I think it was on 1 or 2.
Yeah, it was on 2.
I was amazed how many tires we went through.
This is my 7th race in the Y.O.R.R series, and I've never blown a tire.
That's Chris Lever that's in the lead there with Dave Warner right behind him. Sorry about that. I forgot I had the radio on. This corner here is getting slick. Not at the start of the race, not a single one made. They'd make the corner and then they went out in the grass right there. They were just sliding too much, just getting wet.
many UTVs finished? You know.
Let me see if I'm smart enough to go back and look.
We started with 26.
Started with 26
I
and
think 5 or 6 finished.
no, it was more than you think at the end. Aaron, Greg's asking how many guys finished in the UTVs. How many UTVs finished? All laps.
Can I just give you this?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find Levi.
So Erin's sitting in here now too. She's standing here watching.
Hi.
So
I found half a tool bag, or part of a tool bag in this socket, and I don't know if it is off of either of the 20s or Clan. Maybe they came through in that group. I ran up there and grabbed it.
So it looks like in the UTVs. "13 out of 26 finished."
Half the field finished.
Half
That
the
includes
field. The stop sportsman, the unlimited. That's all you guys. That was 26 total. So that's the turbos. Then you had the unlimiteds. Then you had the sportsman, which he just signed up in sportsman, but he didn't finish. And then you have Derek Jones, who was in the naturally aspirated, and he only finished 7 laps. Everybody finished at least 2.
Also, I have not seen Mike Avlot yet in the 1470 truck. I think it's the Chevy something.
Tells you right there.
Different color panel.
Yeah.
Where'd you end up?
9th. I am at 9th.
9th. So he made top 10 finish there.
1470 just went by about 2 minutes ago at the Y.O.R.R.
Which
Right on.
puts me top 5 in the year.
Does it?
Yeah.
And that was your goal, right?
My goal started top 10 for the year, and then we had some pretty good finishes early on. So we sort of reevaluated, and coming in this race, top 5 was our goal because we were sitting at 6. And so I think by looking at that, we might have got there. So
That'd be kind of cool.
pretty successful season for us.
Yeah, and it's only your
Second.
second season, if I remember right.
Yes, sir. And it's a great series. Thank you, and Aaron for everything you guys do on your kids, everybody that volunteers. It's like makes my summer. Like I don't give a shit about anything else. That's all I care about anymore. Is
That's
making
awesome.
sure we make all your races.
No, we enjoy coming. I'm always looks forward to seeing you when you register. So makes for a good time. You always are good sport, even though you had some bad luck at the beginning.
I have got no visions of winning anything. I'm here because I love racing. I don't care win, lose, or draw. I really don't care. It's just about competing. And when you're doing this stuff, it's about finishing. It's not even about winning anything. It took me 4 races before I ever even got finished one. So it's a huge learning curve your first year. Anybody that does this, that first year you might as well never count on finishing shit. Just get out there and
Figure
find
it
a
out.
way to get all your laps in, because it is tough.
Yeah, I mean, in our series, all honesty, you go from a 41-mile track in Broadview. So you're running 200 miles, just shy of 200 for
Yep.
you guys. And the big boys run 200. Then you go to Powell, totally different terrain, rough, deserty, silt beds, shorter course. Then you go to Sturgis, and that's almost short course
It's
racing.
3 miles. It's awesome.
3 miles, it's a blast. And then you come to this, and this is what we call, well, for everyone it was longer, but it's pretty much 9 miles of hell. Like, and if you haven't prepped your car or taken care of your car all season, you're not going to make this track. You're not going to finish it. Takes great prep to finish this track. I mean, just look at that view right there, everybody. I mean, the terrain, everything, just unreal.
And the cameras don't do it justice, because there's rocks all over that track the size of basketballs out there. They're not there. One lap they're not there, and the next lap there's another car's kicked something up out of somewhere.
Well, I heard last night it took one of the big side-by-sides, a winch and everything, to drag one of the rocks out of the way that they kicked up on last night's race before you guys started. Because the only way around it was you go to the right, but everybody wanted to go to the left. Well, you went to the left of it. Cheyenne said, my daughter said that you could fit a side-by-side in the hole that it went in. So they had to drag it out so everybody could go straight, because the other way was not it. There was rollovers,
There was
carnage.
Well, I don't know who it was. There was one guy that had gone off the side and rolled over, and he, like one more, and he wouldn't have went another 100 feet into the creek bottom. He was upside down. We came around a deep corner, and he was upside down, and one half a roll from it getting ugly. So,
Yeah.
I think I saw 4 guys on their sides today, one guy upside down.
Yeah, I will say this: our volunteers out there that are work their butt off today, trying to get to everybody as fast as they can. This is not an easy track to scoop from one end to the other. There's not like Broadview where you can just run across the field and end up back on the track.
Right.
There's areas that you can't drop off the top of that to get to the other areas.
Well, even coming back when they were dragging us back on 3 wheels, I was like, I don't know how we're going to get this off the top here on 3 wheels without it getting scary. So,
Did they figure it out, or did
yeah,
they
we
just
came-
take you down off the top?
We came right off by the climbing hill.
Oh, okay, they
Yeah,
came down that
yeah,
way.
dragging the ass in.
We had to drag. Dalen's truck broke it out here this time of year. It was almost a year later we finally came and got it out of the back.
Really?
You know where you come down, you come off that ledge, and you go down and it makes that hard 90, and you have to climb up that side hill.
Yep.
It was parked back up in there, and this is a big mud truck. So we got it drug up, and we took him off the side of the hill. Erin was in it, and she was standing on the brakes, trying to get her to stop, and we just took her right. They took her right off an edge of a hill. It was
Just
hilarious. She
slipped to the
just,
bottom.
yeah, she's, she says, I ain't never doing that again. It looks like Rowdy's coming through here again. Let's see. This will be his first lap with total clean air. So let's see if he sped up his lap time at all. He had a 20-minute lap last time, 2010.
Oh, he's a beast.
19. Fast lap right
Jesus Christ.
there. So the concept on this truck, there's another one that's for sale, the original TDK truck. It's for sale right now. Then they built this one, changed it all up. If you look at the front A-arms and you see how tall that spindle is,
Okay.
he's had that design on 2 trucks now. This one's taller than the last one. Well, now go look at the new Maverick R and how tall that spindle is. It's there for a reason. It gives you more travel and more stable. No back steer. Doesn't give you the feedback. So he designed this, but when this cart truck, when he first designed it, we were there for the first test runs, it had a Duramax in it. So it had a diesel engine in it, and the only reason he did that is he wanted to be able to race Vegas to Reno without getting fuel.
Not stopping yet.
But with the diesel engine, had too much torque. He kept blowing transmissions, V-drives, and rear ends. So by the time you turn the torque down, you're out of the horsepower.
Yeah.
And so they went with an LS.
Is it a
Same-
7 or a 3?
I believe it's a 7. It's
It
a
sounds
built.
like a 7.
It's a built. So
Hobby, yeah. That's a nice running rig. That's for sure.
it's really nice. And Rowdy, when it stays together, he's usually
Right there.
right there. So bad luck in Broadview. We were all hoping for him. He had that car already. Rock came up and broke the drain plug
Oh, really?
and dropped all the oil out of it. And so they didn't want to risk it by blowing it up
Sure.
totally. It's Mike Ablott. Coming through. Brady Wilson coming through. Like I said, this is his first time racing in this truck. He had another truck and he raced it. This is the first time in this truck, so. This is an older 4800, really well built. When we went down and looked at it before they bought it, it's just built very, very well. So it's actually Levi Shirley's old
Oh, is that where that came
4800
from?
car. So that 804 was Matthew that just came through. Torney.
Here comes his dad.
Huh?
Here comes his dad.
Is this Greg?
Yeah.
Four 28. That is Greg. Isn't Greg the son? Isn't Greg the son of Matthew the dad?
I think Greg's the dad.
No, Greg's the son.
I thought Greg was his dad. I think I would know.
That was Greg coming through.
Matt had fast lap now.
Matt does?
1942.
1942. Matt has fast lap. Huh?
I think he doesn't want Greg to pass him.
Yeah. Aaron thinks he doesn't want his son to pass him, so.
Sure.
Okay, I'll see what I can do in time. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for
Appreciate
everything.
it. Appreciate it.
Have a good drive home.
Oh, we're not leaving till tomorrow.
Oh, perfect. I'll have a beer with you
Yeah, we'll have
tonight.
beers later for sure. So.
I think I might switch to whiskey tonight. I'm kind of beered out.
Yeah, I'll get you there.
Did you have any contact?
Okay, that's Clint Peterson as it stands right now.
No visual contact with him yet. Do we even know if we'll have Ron or anybody saw that? Pretty sure I saw him come by me, one point.
Yeah.
Okay, as it stands right now, unofficially, you got Clint Peterson, Rowdy Smith, Greg Torney, Matt Torney, and Brady Wilson is the top 5 in the Pro Unlimited. In the Pro class, you have Andy Blazer, Annalise Zindler, and Mike Ablott.
Sorry.
Not sure who we have coming through here right now. Andrew Blazer's coming through the start finish. This track's, it's getting dusty out there. We got a little bit of a breeze right now, so it's keeping the airflow. Unfortunately, the breeze is blown right towards me and Aaron.
So my problem. Isn't it so cute? Like this. Oh, you haven't got.
We got some flat tires, some broken machines already.
He's coming with you.
Matt Ablot is down at the river bottom.
Let's jump off.
Annalise Zindler's coming through the start finish right there.
Like a dollar on that side, over there.
On the south end, you think?
You know I don't do south and north things, but yes. Like by, I think somewhere around.
This is your world, your job, your crew, your CAT compact equipment. And this is the support from your local CAT dealer. This is helping you meet your deadlines, your bottom line, your offers, your savings. This is getting you your parts and everything you need, on time, easier than ever. This is what you get from your local CAT dealer.
a 1939 lap.